Hey everybody, welcome back to the Roofer Masterclass. I am your host, Pete McKendrick, with my co-host Nick, and I just realized that my microphone is hooked up and way over here, so I probably sound like I'm 100 miles away. That's probably better. And we are joined by maybe our most special guest of all time here, potentially. Sorry, Michael Stearns and all the other people that have ever been on, but he's slightly cooler. Santa Claus. What's up, Santa?
Oh, ho, ho, everyone! Happy holidays! Oh, is that Peter McKendrick? Oh, Peter! So good to see you. How is Kentucky? How is that?
It's good, Santa. Thanks.
I had to measure out your roof. I measured out your roof.
Warmer than the North Pole, I'm sure.
A little bit, yes. You see, the North Pole can be quite cold this time of year. And is that Nicholas Capobianco?
That is me, and your pronunciation is, may I say, outstanding.
I know.
You're welcome. Well, you know, I do go around the world, and an Italian name like that, no problem. I mean, I talk to all the children. It's always good. Thank you for having me, gentlemen. I'm so excited to be here. I've been using your measurement software for some time now. I don't know if you know this about me. I enjoy the sweets. And unfortunately, they've kind of allowed me to fill out my costume this year. And I had to order an extra big sleigh from the elves. And they put it all together, and I realized I don't know if it'll fit on any roofs. So I had to use the Roofer measurement software, which is a fantastic product, very much on my nice list. So thank you very much for that.
This is fantastic. I did not know you had a mid-Atlantic accent. You sound like you're in the movies from the 1930s, and it's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's not fun to laugh at Santa Claus. That's how you get on the naughty list.
That's true.
And then we keep that one in the bag, Nicholas.
It's getting a little hot in here.
Do all the elves talk like that? Do they all have the same accent? Is it an Elfian accent?
Surprisingly, a lot of them are from Jersey.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Really? Forget about it then, huh?
Forget about it. Yeah, forget about it. A lot of bad finger gestures. It's a real problem.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yes.
Well, welcome, Santa. Excited to have you on here for our last masterclass of the year. And I thought it was what was more fitting for us to wrap it up than to have Santa Claus on here right before the holidays. So, as Santa said, he's been using our measurements successfully to plan out his stops here in a couple weeks, right? And so I think Santa, what brings you on the masterclass here? What are you looking for?
Well, to be honest with you, I was so impressed with the 220,000 Roofer reports that I did that I realized there's got to be maybe more to this software. And I started looking into it, and I realized who better to ask than the Roofer experts themselves. So really what I'm trying to do is gauge what exactly is on this software, and should it be going into every roofing contractor's stocking this year? So sell me on it.
Sell
Santa.
Sell Santa on whether or not it's a stocking stuffer. Huh?
Well, what can we do after measurements? What exactly can you guys provide?
Yeah. Wow, Santa, there's a lot of things there. We're not just a measurement tool, as you know. And Pete and I are ready for this conversation. That's why we put on our nice
got our
Christmas sweaters going on.
Oh, boys! Oh, my goodness!
I got a Jose Batista bat flipping shirt.
Mine has in honor of Kentucky. Mine has a giant cow on it.
Oh, incredible. Both are so beautiful. Both of you are really
dressed up for you.
Jose Bautista 2016 was on my nice list, that's for sure. Absolutely.
Fun story. I was at that game and did not know that there was a bat flip until I got home that night, when my roommates at the time were like, the bat flip was crazy. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So
well, sometimes you get caught up in the emotion of it all.
That's right, Santa. That's right.
Is that
just
what
like the
happens
emotion
on Christmas Day?
Yeah, it's like having you here. So much emotion.
So much emotion.
Gentlemen.
Trying to get back
also,
on that
gentlemen, before we continue, let me introduce you to my cat. This is Mrs. Claus and Mr. Claus's cat. His name is Jack. The reason why he's black, it's easy to spot him on the clear white snow of the North Pole. So this is exactly what he looks like. He wears a tie every day. Very
Awesome.
dapper.
Every day.
Now, believe it or not, my busiest day of the year, of course, the 25th. It's Christmas. It's lovely, but Mrs. Claus still requires a stocking. If you don't notice, there's no Santa Claus stocking for me, Chris Kringle. But it's fine. Everything's fine. I wanted to just show off my beautiful stockings.
I love it. This is
Thank
good.
you.
So,
Thank you.
well, Santa, you mentioned what else do we have? Not going to try to sell you here by any means, but just want to tell you what else. It's not just a measurements tool. Roofr is an end-to-end system now.
End-to-end?
End-to-end, sir.
Like
Wow.
North Pole to South Pole, the whole thing.
Exactly.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, end-to-end.
So
go on, Nicholas. You're speaking very well, Nicholas. You've grown
you very
quite
much.
a lot. You've
Thank
grown
you.
quite a lot since a wee lad.
One Irish all of a sudden.
Yeah, he did.
All right. I'll be able to pull it together. It's gonna work. Well, you can go in and from a CRM aspect, you can capture leads that are on your website, your socials. You could turn them into leads into your CRM, customize your job board, order measurements, build proposals, send invoices, collect payments, get material orders, integrate with ABC, everything in between. So
ABC
from
Supply?
ABC Supply, are they on your nice list?
Of course they are.
Nice.
Ken Hendricks was always on my nice list. Always. And you know what I wanted to ask, Nicholas? You mentioned lead capturing.
Yes.
Does that create a list?
It does create a lead list for you.
I love it. I love
And
it.
then can you sort said list into naughty or nice?
You can theoretically on the elite plan customize your job boards to have a naughty or nice section. So you can make sure that you get the leads that are quality and not quality, and put them out there. See, Santa, you got me overwhelmed. I can't even speak English anymore.
You can't even remember what you're talking about.
Coming at me for my accent.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot. So you can filter to see which ones are qualified, which ones are not, and you could even set up automations to make sure that you can stay on top of following up with them at all times with emails and texts.
Whoa. Text massages.
Text massages, yes.
That's impressive. That is impressive stuff. So if I was a homeowner and I wanted to get qualified, I just have to go through this qualification process?
Yeah, and the good part is as a roofer, you want to find out what the customers want. And ultimately, customers are looking for ballpark pricing. They want to understand what's going on because they don't know how much a roof costs. So you're able to put that lead capture on your website, on your socials, on your
Sleigh?
kids, on your sleigh,
Yes.
and you can slay your roof leads with
well done.
there we are with these instant estimators. Customers can scan that QR code within 30 seconds, get an accurate ballpark representation of what the roof would cost based on your pricing, and ultimately get that lead, turn it into some communication, and then we're able to get measurements, get a quote out, and really adhere to that speed to lead. And you know about the speed because you go around the world in one night.
You got to be quite fast. I'm really working against the rotation of the earth, but it's quite a thing. Yes, speed
You
is
go
everything.
counterclockwise?
Well, look, okay.
It's getting very technical.
I'm no rocket Scientologist, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's say, gather around, kids. If I were to show up late to delivering presents and they showed up on the 26th, I'd be out of a job. It would not be very good. So if I was a homeowner and someone showed up at my home, at my domicile, as quickly as possible, while the largest investment of my life, a roof over my house, was unfortunately causing issues for that to depreciate, I would want you to show up as quickly as possible. So speed to what?
Speed to lead, right, Pete?
Indeed, speed to lead.
Very good. Very good. Could you use this for door knocking?
You could use this for door knocking.
You very well could.
Really turn it into an acquisition. So instead of Santa, I'm sure you get a lot of people knocking on your door trying to sell you roofing systems all year round.
I live in igloos.
those igloos need roofs. You need to get those good Nordic shingles from Ico on there. That was a good pun, guys.
What
That
a
was,
plug.
I'm proud about that.
Yeah,
But what you can do is, instead of saying, "Hey, Mrs. Jones, doing some roof in the area," and I know there's been some damage
Mrs.
on the
Jones
roof.
from 4th Main Street in
That's the one.
Etobicoke?
In Etobicoke.
Wow. Wow. I know Mrs. Jones. Go on, please.
So instead of saying, "Hey, do you know how much you're? Do you want to do a free inspection?" Change that wording up. Don't be like everybody else. Separate yourself from the competition, and say, "Hey, Mrs. Jones, I'm doing a roof down the street. I noticed that there's some damage up there. Do you know how much your roof is worth? Do you want to find out in 30 seconds?" And get the
course.
quote right on the spot.
On the spot?
On the spot,
That
within
is a
30
very
seconds
nice-
or less.
That's a very nice thing to do. I would
Thank
say
you.
that. Very good.
Are we getting
then
on the
from
nice
there-
list, or is there more stuff that you need to know?
Well, I kind of want to see you both fight for my appreciation of who's going to be on the nice list.
Pete, it's
Well, I have to say, Santa, our elves have been very busy this year, and we've added a lot of stuff to the platform. I would say probably some of the nicer stuff, Nick, calendar, material ordering,
the favorite stuff. We got all that. Payments.
payments. Oh no, there's some heavy hitters.
Wow. Those are incredible.
I think
I
I know
tell you-
what Pete's favorite is, and
Ooh.
I think we all know that. But we could definitely show Santa around and see if it's something that he can pick his favorite too.
Yeah, let's do that.
I would love to.
Awesome.
So, Pete, I know that you have many, many, many children.
many. 3 manys. I like that.
Yeah, they kind of take up one whole sleigh ride worth of gifts. It's a bit of a problem for me.
They do.
Yeah, if you could please consolidate it into one big gift for 8 children, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
These are good requests. I gotta say.
I like that. I like that request.
So we can start off here.
Oh wow! Oh yes, guaranteed roofing out of the Aurora. Kel is me. Yeah, Santa doesn't have his prescriptions on, but I know them very well, Nicholas. They're in your family.
They are in my family. This is my dad's website here, where you can actually get that instant quote right on there right away. We can even put it in on your Facebook ads, your socials, and even on those door hangers, like you were saying. So if someone's not there, you're going to be able to put on that on the door and be able to get that lead. Even for property managers and realtors, I don't know if they're on your nice or naughty list, Santa, but a couple options right there. It depends on the one, right? Okay,
It really
I
does.
got you. But from there, you're able to get everything kind of lined in through this. Build it in where they can get the quote instantly. And once they get that quote, it's going to zoom in directly on that house. I'm sure you know exactly who lives here.
Oh my goodness! Is that? It is. Thank God.
Santa's drawing a blank.
Is that Roger Smith the Third?
That is the third.
The very same. Whoa!
Yeah.
Definitely
The
It's
second
Roger.
lives right here.
Well,
Roger
the
Smith.
second lives there, but the first lives over in Germany.
That's right.
Oh wow.
Smith, a very famous German name.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Very common.
All this is out there. But then we can go through the same qualifications questions you typically would ask, like how steep is your roof? What's on there right now? What would you like to go back with? When would you like it done? Are you interested in financing? And the nice thing is you can switch that up. All those questions can be turned on or off, and you can really customize that flow. So someone could write, "Please help. It's leaking in my son's room."
Oh, that would be horrible.
It would be horrible, but we can then send their estimates out where they just fill out the information that they need right off the bat. And then ultimately everything that you offer shows up automatically with ranges or solid pricing, financing or no financing. I know that the financing is a big thing for you, Santa. So we can have that all laid in there.
Well,
Super
huge thing for me. I mean, we should be. I mean, do you use any particular financing partners?
We do have a great integration with our friends at Good Leap, and they're fantastic. Are they on your nice list?
Of course. Rick Couples over there on that end, eh? What a man! What a funny fella.
We're going to
Always
snip
on
at
the
this
nice
and send it directly to Rick. He's gonna love it.
He famously, there's an employee of yours named Chris who ate alligator for the first time with Rick Couples. It was
that's
quite
nice.
delicious. Quite delicious. said Chris. Yeah.
Said Chris, not
That's what
Santa.
Chris told you.
Not Santa though. Not Santa.
No, not Santa at all. Okay. So
Santa, you know what you can add in here? You can even add Christmas light hanging.
you can.
Oh, that would be
You add-
lovely. I need more homes to be lit up. They're so hard to land on these days.
You need like that landing strip right out there, and you could even show all the other houses that you did as a roofer, all the other nice houses there, not the.
Hold
the
up
bad ones.
1 second. This is beautiful, but who sets all this up?
Well, great question, Pete.
Peter?
We have an entire implementation team, Santa, a whole group of elves that do nothing but build this out for you.
That's incredible. Is that led by Derek Easton himself? The third?
You know him?
Of course. You guys have the same barber. Of course.
We
I know
do.
Derek.
We do. We share the same hairstylist.
He's a very, very nice fella. He's on my nice list permanently.
Permanently, there's
Permanent?
nothing you can do to get off that. You're saying.
Yeah.
There's not, well, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't ever try. That would be good.
Okay. All right. I dig it. I dig it. So with this, you could add your socials in and everything. And what's really nice about this is this goes directly into your job board, Santa. And as you can see, you can kind of customize this flow a little bit.
These
move
look like
things back and
lists.
forth. They do look like lists. And what's great about them is I can have them in a naughty or nice list. So here's the naughties down here and the nice is up here.
This is
Yes.
magnificent.
And one of the things that I love, Santa, is that you can now create multiple lists based on the type of work that you do, right? So we can have retail, insurance, commercial. So depending on how many different types of work you do, you can create different lists. And so, that way you can better organize where you're going, Santa, with your sleigh.
Naughty, nice, indifferent. Very nice.
Indifferent.
I
I didn't
know about
realize
that.
there was a neutral.
No, there was.
Well-
It wasn't in the song, Pete.
Yeah.
It just wasn't in the song.
That's why we check it twice. We need to know
Yeah.
who we're indifferent about.
All right,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Indifferent.
Gotta slide that in. So what you can do from here, Santa, is this what gets really nice is now we've been able to add in your entire workflow under one job card. So you can go from here and go look at all the things that they clicked on so that you have all that information so you can match their urgency with your urgency and see everything that they're interested in. From there, very easy to set up your SOP for the tasks that you need to be done for each one of these stages and automate
What
them
is
in
the
there.
SOP? What is SOP? What is a SOP?
A SOP is a standard operating procedure.
I get SOP. Oh,
SOP.
I understand now.
Not a lot of
I'm
acronyms in
sure
the
you
North
have
Pole.
processes with the elves, Santa. I'm
Yeah.
sure the elves have processes up there in the
They're
North
starting to
Pole.
unionize. It's
Oh.
a real problem.
Yes.
Well, they're from
I'm very-
Jersey, so what did you expect?
That's true. Very short longshoreman, right?
Oh. Go on, Nicholas. Please. Tell me
So-
more about your SOPs.
So you get all those SOPs in there and break that all down. You can even assign it to one of your team members. And then when you're ready to schedule the appointment, this is Pete's favorite feature, the fancy calendar here, where I can go in, make sure that I assign it to my sales rep, and then pick the date that I want that appointment in. Once I pick it, I can pick the event that it is, which is a sales appointment. And when I return to the job, we'll see our automations have taken control, where it's sent out, moved the stages automatically, sent out an email with all the pertinent information, automated directly to the customer. You can even send out a text with all that information as well. Everything in one system. And
That
then
is incredible.
your favorite, you're ordering roof measurement reports. One of the new things that we came out with this year from our elves was the ability to get under 2 hours guaranteed for these reports. So typically you see
hours?
them under 2 hours.
That is incredible. That is so
is.
fast. That even shocks me.
It does. It's pretty impressive. So as you can see, you can just confirm the location. All, some, or none of the secondary structures. Doesn't add any cost to it. It just lets you know. And then everything included, with including voice recommendation, material calculations, your delivery time, and your logo in there. Or if you want, you can go over and draw that report for yourself, which is nice and clean. And I know that this is what you guys do a lot of, and we can draw that out. I'm
We
going to
do.
zoom
Fun
out on
fact.
here because I see a question here from David W. Dillon. Nice to
Yes.
see you, David.
I'm gonna bring that up.
I do not have a commercial roof in this picture, but I did see I have a flat. So I'm going to show you a little bit about it here. So a couple things that we can do is number one, measure out the roof. Pretty easy. I'm going to do a quick job, not a good job, but we have 90-degree crosshairs there and a snap tool. As you can see, it makes sure that it's nice and straight. So I can get this up and running very quickly and measure out the roof. So just like Santa's elves do, they're able to measure out roofs in record time for a very good price. These are anywhere from $0 to $3.50 each. So you can see how
Fun
that.
fact about the person that lives in that home. His name is Cameron Murphy.
What? I thought it was
used to
John
be-
Smith
he-
II.
No
Roger
longer.
Smith.
No. He's recently. I get it. Okay. So Cameron Murphy is quite the nice fella now. He used to be on the naughty list, but now he's on the nice list.
What did he do?
We don't say why people get on the naughty list.
Okay.
Then it gives it all away.
How did he get off the naughty list? Can you say that?
Going to a Creed concert.
Okay, that's right. We did. We Cam and I went
Well,
to a
that's
Creed
it, huh?
concert with the aforementioned Chris Boutin that you said. So and
Yeah, that Chris Boutin guy, nice guy, huh?
he's a good looking dude. So,
Oh,
but for the answer for David, we have this here. Here's that flat roof here, and one of the edges that we have is parapets. So you're going to be able to get the parapet length on everything there. And if there's anything else, like let's just say hypothetically we have an AC unit that's here or a skylight, we could even break this down where let's just say let's say it's an AC unit. And we can draw this out, mark these as flashings, and we can even delete the interior of that as well, so that could be done on our flow. Now, we are able to make sure that we have those parapets labeled. However, at the moment, we will have this functionality in the future. Cannot get parapet height. So that might be a bit of a drawback. But typically what we see people do is add, because typical parapets are 2, 4, and 6 feet on most buildings. So they'll add kind of a layer of waste to the field. Maybe 5% for 2 foot, 10% for 4, so on and so forth, and build that out. So it's a nice way to kind of make sure that everything's layered in, nice and easy. And what's great about this is once you are done that report, you could open that up. And now we have multiple buildings broken down on this. Very nice and clean with all the breakdowns of everything that we need, including the automatic breakdown of the structure 1 and 2, and adding them together. So we have everything lined in.
you know what I like about these reports, Nicholas?
Tell me.
Is they're great for going and doing field verifications. So what I've done is I measure out the roofs. I send my elves at night to sneak onto people's properties and trespass. Do a quick measurement
Sounds
of
like
the
a crime.
Well, it depends on the state. Everywhere's a little bit different. But
That's
we
fair.
sneak. And then we measure off of these, and the reports are accurate. It's unbelievable. There's almost no point to send them out, but I need a break. I need a break sometimes.
You're a busy man, so I totally get it. And what's great about this is it's actually going to break down all those things there. So we have our breakdown of shingle starters, ice and water, synthetic capping, drip edge and valley for the 5 major brands. A couple of them I know are on your nice list there, including Certainteed.
Is that Certainteed? Oh, well, yes. They're on our nice list. Absolutely, they're on my nice list.
That's fantastic to hear. Well, very happy to see that. But you can see how quickly you can measure that out. And it's already into a new scheduled spot here with all the information. And the next step is easy as can be with the create proposal here. And there's some new stuff in here, right, Pete, that our elves were working on as well?
Yes. I mean, they've been working very hard on the proposal tool. Lots of great new stuff in here. You have upgrades, discounts. I mean, I can't even remember all the stuff we've built this year, right? Like it's hard to keep track. I think this year has been the entire revamp kind of the proposal tool. To the editing experience is completely different than it was last year. They've done a tremendous job on that, and it just continues to get better and better.
We're able to add
I can't even think of everything, right? Section headings, initialing throughout the document. Like there's just an endless number of things that have been added here. The proposal tool probably has seen the biggest evolution, I'd say, in the last year, Santa, of just things that you can do to it and how easy it works, and all of the situations that it covers now. You see Nick now adding a little Christmas discount there for this user, and the ability to add upgrades. So if you have to maybe reinforce the roof for Santa's bigger sleigh, you can add that as an upgrade here. There's just a ton of stuff that we can do in here, and nicely Nick pulled a little certainty action for us there.
It's on his nice list. I had to.
Is Eric Brown on the nice list, Chris?
Eric Brown is 100% on the nice list. Quite the fellow, that Eric Brown. The first.
Yeah. He also uses a similar barber, I believe.
Very similar, yes.
Yeah,
Very close shave, yes.
Yeah.
It seems like your elves have been hard at work. I might have to take a couple pages out of their playbook.
Which is nice, because here's another couple things that added. So we have profitability guardrails to make sure that your team doesn't go under. If they go under, like we saw with the Santa's discount, might be a little bit too steep for what their floor margin is. You can see that you have some alerts that are built in here. We also have the ABC sync that's built in here automatically. So it's going to make sure that you have up-to-date pricing when you're sending out your proposal and offering everything else in there. And when you go to preview and send it, it's going to look stunning. It's going to look presentable. You're going to be able to break down everything there. We'll have an About Us page that we're going to build for you. John, if you can send me your email, I can make sure that we can work with you getting that stuff set up as well, because this is some of the stuff that we'll do with you for the training and implementation. Set up your things with descriptions, line items, section headings, really trying to make that transparent and educational. There we are, Pete. Got that. Santa, take a shot. That's
of eggnog.
Of eggnog.
Santa's not much of a drinker. I'll be honest.
Well, we got that there. So
milk and cookies for me. That's about it.
And that's good. But you can see how this all breaks down with the discount icon on there. You can see that Santa's giving out discounts for everybody, which is nice and clean. We can have the brochures to show the specs and
like
the
a holiday Oprah
and the colors. Just everyone gets it. Photos marked up and annotated. All that stuff there, which is nice and clean. And then the signatures.
Nicholas, wait, before you move on.
Yeah.
This was created from a measurement report? All the measurements that I've been doing?
Within seconds.
Within seconds.
Santa, what you could be doing, Pete, guess this. Santa could be quoting 7 billion roofs on the same night, and he can make like a lot of money.
He could.
7 billion?
I don't know how many roofs there are. You might have a better idea than me. I'm assuming not 7 billion, because there's multiple people that lives in the building.
Well, there's multifamily dwellings that I've had to measure out a few different times, so it's not quite 7 to 7.
Does it help you or measure those out, multifamily buildings with our system?
Extremely quickly.
Okay,
extremely quickly.
Nice.
Quite unbelievable. Yes, and it even creates a little map on the front page. It puts all the pins and it's very good. I'm not great with numbers, so it's nice to have the pins. Very
fantastic. John, I got your email there. I got it in there, and I will be messaging your account manager for your training and your implementation. So got you, my friend. But everything's built in here, nice and clean, multiple pages where you have that signing flow that's nice and easy. These are live documents. They're not PDFs, so you're going to be able to have them move with you and give you up-to-date pricing as you're clicking through that. You can integrate it directly with our friends at GoodLeap that are on Santa's nice list, and then they can go through the signing process, and it's going to move just like a legal doc. Nice and clean to the next step each time. But I'll tell you what, Santa, my favorite part this year, and Pete, I know your favorite part is probably the calendar. My favorite part is the step right after here. When I send this proposal out, what happens to our follow-up game?
I don't know.
So
I'm hoping you'll tell me.
There's a cliffhanger. The masterclass is done. Everybody have a
to be continued.
So we send this out. You can see another automation happens here with stage automation. We had that last year, but what's really, really fantastic about this is the next step. So you can make sure that you're getting your system followed up with, all your quotes followed up with, so you don't have to. And ultimately what that's going to do is allow your sales reps to look forward and never have to look back. They can look forward to drumming up new business and know that the CRM is going to follow up with emails and text based on time signatures and views and stage automation for them. So if you want, every 7 days, you could have that CRM reach out with email and text to the customer, making sure that they have that touch point. And if the customer raises their hand, says they want some information, they'll pull it back. So this is really a CRM that's going to help you sell for you.
That is quite unbelievable, Nicholas.
It's pretty powerful.
Your team of elves has designed all of this for the everyday contractor?
Everyday
roofing contractor?
Yeah. You can even use templates right here. You can actually send out the one that you need for a lead follow-up. Let's go for a proposal follow-up as a text. It'll link that proposal directly in there. So I'm going to click on that one and send that text out to that customer. And you can have that reply right back in there. But you can see how nice and clean.
And
your friend Cameron Murphy auto-populates that link.
Yep. I've had to figure that word out because I've been making a lot of Mac computers. And I've started learning the tech language as we put them together. Auto-populate's a key one these days.
That was a difficult one for you to learn, or did you?
Well, I'm a million years old, so quite
right.
difficult. Yeah.
There's no automation back in your day, eh?
Not quite.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, everything was very manual. Chisel and a tablet of stone.
Caveman stuff.
Very biblical.
Well, it happened. I was there for it.
I love it. So, Pete, these are some cool features. I love how this flows, but what's really nice is, I guess, we can go into the next section with the actual link to everything else, right?
Yeah, I mean, after obviously now you've written a proposal, hopefully we've got it landed based on all these automations that are running, keeping the customer in the loop, keeping us in the loop of what the customer is doing. On the proposal, we can see when the customer is viewing it, triggering some comms, making sure that we're staying in touch and staying proactive. We've got our calendar events here. So let's say we win a job now. Obviously, we can go ahead and schedule our production right here. And then roll right into, our production manager can roll right into his activities now in the product with material ordering. We mentioned earlier the integration with our nice listers, ABC, and the ability to push that right over. So now that integration is in the product, and we have, as Nick mentioned, you have your live pricing, which makes that really clean to be able to push that over. Work orders in beta.
Peter.
Uh-oh, what's up, Santa? What's up?
Santa's talking, Pete.
Sorry there. Yeah, he's pushy. You can tell he's used to being around elves.
Well, they're just so small. So, you were talking about being able to get a live update once the proposal's been opened or signed. You could just interject immediately if you see that somebody has been looking at your proposal before closing it.
Yeah, you can actually get a notification once that somebody looks at your proposal, say, "Hey, Mrs. Jones," or no, "Hey, Santa, Mrs. Jones is looking at your proposal."
Hey, Cam Murphy from Tampa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I wish I could have something like that I could see exactly when someone's opening a present to see the joy on their face, and then go, "So, what do you think?"
That'd be a
nice.
lot of simultaneous simulcast.
Yeah, that'd be a lot. What about a naughty list notification?
Well, that would be lovely. It would take a lot of my checking it twice off the list. As long as it's automated, that would be quite great.
Streamline the operation a bit there, Santa.
Pete, have you ever been willing to relocate to the North Pole?
Systems and processes. Let's see if we can get it down to checking once, right?
Yeah, process.
Exactly. You could be my list guy.
Yeah. Well, he's process Pete. He'll figure it out for you. Get this all lined in. So nice and clean. But that's the cool part about it, is that you can have that all synced again with ABC, bring it directly in, and ABC can actually help you get some of this material out because they're great at deliveries. And you can see you can create that material list on the spot. It's already linked directly to your branch, already linked in here. You can add different suppliers if you want as well, but we have that all in, and you can write in rooftop delivery. That's where Santa likes to go.
In Tampa, that's Michael Fox's branch.
That's
unbelievable. Mike Fox, Joe Bosio, all the guys down there in Tampa. Yes, they're all on my nice list.
That's fantastic.
And you guys have a heck of a rep down there. It's Mr. Scottamith Kinsman. Yes, most people shorten it to just Scott, but it's Scotimus. Believe it or not.
I like it.
It's very Spartan. I like it.
Yes.
You wouldn't guess by his ginger beard. You would not guess. Yes.
Well,
It's quite the man.
if you've seen the new Gladiator, makes sense. You'll see.
Yes.
Don't go see that.
Not on my nice list. Not on my nice.
Not on many people's list. I was thoroughly disappointed. But we can see here, we can even have the updated things built into this, making sure everything's lined in. And we can then send out that work order directly from the proposal or everything else for the material order. Select the crew that I want in here. Select the date. That date was the 11th. You can add any instructions, and all my values are in here. Just got to customize the color that you want to add in. Pre-population is key, Santa. Get everything lined in. We can even attach a photo of the roof if we need. And up, here we go, and send this work order out. So we're still in that same job card, and we have everything lined in piece by piece by piece, set up from lead capture to measurements to calendar appointments to proposals and everything else. And last but not least, you want to send out that invoice, and the same thing it's going to do is populate from there, from a one proposal. So all the items that the customer already selected are going to be there, and create an invoice that we can send out to the customer and collect payment. And Pete, this might be on his nice list, but payment rates, you want them low or high, Santa?
Well, I'm going to go payment rate. I'm going to go as low as we could get.
Good. Okay. Well, we're some of the best rates in the industry. 2.8% on credit card, 0.5% on ACH, Santa.
2.8? What's unbelievable?
That's right.
Had to clean my glasses.
I love it.
Fogged them up there for a second, huh?
Quite a lot. Yes, it's quite steamy in the old workshop.
You can send this all out directly to them. It's got automated dynamic fields in there. Everything is being recorded on the left-hand side, which is nice and easy to build in. All the communications, and we go from tasks to calendars to measurements to proposals to material orders, work orders, invoices, payments, attachments, and instant estimate, all in one tool, Santa. And so there's a lot of stuff that we've built in here through automations, through calendar, for the home, being able to see exactly what's going on a weekly snapshot with all your tasks due and overdue.
This is a great way here, Santa, for the well, in your case, the elves to keep up with their daily to-dos, to see what their tasks are, and to see what they have upcoming, their calendar events, the jobs that they're responsible for. So, but for the roofer, obviously, their salesperson can use it to come in here every day and see where they need to be and what they have going on and where their jobs stand. So it's a great dashboard for them to work off of. So love the home, and I think that's going to evolve a bit, right, Nick, in 2025.
Yeah, we got a V2 of the home coming out in 2025. We have some more automations coming out in 2025. We have updates to the calendar, more automations. There's not enough.
Hey, I'm starting to think that this might be a better toy than that Rock and Soppin' Robots I got you back in 1972, Pete.
72.
Hey, Pete?
I was
You were
making me much older than I am, Santa, but
I was about to.
I thought you'd enjoy that one. Little shot.
Jeez.
Hey, Santa, how old was Pete supposed to be in 72?
You'd be surprised. He has an amazing skincare routine. He was actually 65. He's a timeless man.
He looks almost as good as you, Santa.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
There we are.
Santa brought me water from the fountain of youth for one Christmas.
You put it on your list. I deliver. That's how it works. People are underutilizing my powers. I'll say that.
This is true.
Really 150, right?
There's so much we have to learn from you, Santa. That's the important part there.
And you wouldn't believe it, but Nick is actually only 18 years old. He's aged terribly, and but he's still handsome as a devil.
You did warn me about the cigarettes, and I did not listen.
He said, "They're bad for you. I want a whole carton, please." It was not good. Good year for Marlboro.
Stocks went up quite a bit. One of the cool features here, Santa, is that if you want to understand what your elves are doing at any given time, you have that calendar view here, not just in your job card. You can see which ones are on sales appointments, which ones are on production appointments, what's doing post-production, and even the drop-offs and pickups with everything as well. So really opens that flow nicely.
Yeah, I love all the events that we have in there and how you can put everything on this calendar, as little or as much as you want to see on there. It's a great, useful calendar already, and I know the calendar's got some evolution to do as well in 2025. But it's an incredible tool already. I know it's had some warm welcomes from the roofing community there. A lot of people using it are really liking it. So excited about the calendar and all the things that it does.
Yeah,
What else
really
have we
opens up
missed?
the
Anything?
possibilities.
I think we have some automations built around the calendar too, don't we, Nick?
We do really, really awesome automations. We showed like a glimpse of it with like selecting the thing, moving the stages, and sending out emails. But what's really nice about that, and we do have a previous masterclass with our friend Zach Townsend is in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, what that beautiful boy, Zach Townsend.
He is a beautiful boy. So
He is absolutely the best. Do you know what he loves? You know what his favorite beverage is?
milk. Yeah,
Milk.
like
A
you.
man after my own heart.
Is he your son?
I don't want to talk about it. Okay, I'm on the road a lot. Okay, let's not go down that road at the moment.
Is Mrs. Santa watching you through that stocking?
Nicholas, I think we should talk about automations.
That's right. Sorry, I got distracted. Blink twice if you need help. Well, you can build out these events, and what's nice is that it's not just for in being created, but when it's updated, deleted, finished, or upcoming. So you could really make sure that you have full communication. So even if it's coming, like Santa, apparently on the road too, so we could make sure that everything's lined up here. Set a sales appointment, send an email or text directly out to that customer, making sure that it's there, and even have them set up for minutes, days, and hours before, and even set them up like this, where you can have multiple stages of this automation to layer them as we go.
This is incredible. Your elves have definitely been hard at work in 2024.
That's right. So got that all lined in there. But lots of cool things coming in. Lots of things, the cool things that I'll be adding in the next year as well, along with signatures, which is really exciting, right, Pete? That's probably one up there for me. Any other ones that
tell me a little bit more about that?
Document builder. Document builder is one. That's a huge one.
Document builders, so you can build out contracts, send them out. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Santa, anything that you're looking to see?
I was going to ask about the signature section. So you're saying that there's a separate function coming that's different than the one that you have? I'm curious.
Yeah. So think about the
very warm.
You sweating there, bud?
Well, yeah, this coat
Too many
is thicker
cookies.
than you think. Yeah.
Looks, I'm warm in this Christmas sweater. I can't imagine how Santa lived all year round like this.
But you look fantastic.
Thank you.
Santa, you're sweating like Chris Boutine did in his interview.
Well, I heard he had a nice linen shirt on with that one. That became very transparent very quickly.
Dressed very dapper. He was.
Sweating a little bit. Yeah, so
fantastic callback. Fantastic.
Signatures is a great tool. It's going to be able to turn on and off the ability to then send out contracts, contingencies, inspection reports, and all that stuff. So that's going to help you guys out a lot as well. You can make sure that you can get contracts for any damages and indemnifying you for riding on the roof. So that'll help out.
Well, I try to leave a bundle behind every time I mess up some shingles.
That's good.
Metal, you're on your own. The market's through the toilet, so there's nothing I can do about it. It's too expensive.
But yeah, there's some cool stuff coming out. AP, we got that. We have GCal integration, Gmail integration with two-way emails. We have Home V2. What else?
Would you say? Let me ask you this. I give out presents to everybody, every contractor all across the world, every roofing specialist everywhere. Is there a particular type of contractor or business that you guys are trying to help or target? that you would be perfect for to put in the stocking?
Well, big or small, we help them all. But
Ooh,
that's
coin
it.
that phrase.
That's
I
it.
like that. It's very jingly.
Very
enjoy it.
jingly. But I would say, like, especially if you're just starting out, you're building out your company, you're anywhere from the $0 to $5 million mark. Like, this is where we're definitely going to help you out with all the functionality, as well as keeping your costs down to allow you to grow and not have to expand your overhead. So we're here for you to make sure that everything's lined in.
Yeah, and no matter what size business we really work with, Nick and I talk to, you know, they always say the simplicity of Roofer is really what the appeal is, right? And so that's what, you know, whether the organization is a large organization and they're looking to just be more simplified and straightforward and be able to get people on quicker, or whether you're a, you know, someone just starting out and you're just looking for a simple way to track your jobs, this is a great software for both. So, as
Totally.
Nick said, what was that? What was that phrase?
Big or
Big or
small, we help them
small,
all.
we help them all. I like that.
That's fantastic. Did you think of that yourself, Nicholas?
I did not. You know me well enough, Santa, that I'm not that smart.
That he shamelessly stole that.
I steal everything.
You're more of a guitar player than the lead singer, you'd say.
That's true. Yeah. And I steal those riffs too. So
Oh.
don't get it twisted. They all suspiciously sound like Nirvana.
Hilarious. I remember Kurt. He was quite the nice fella. He was actually on my good list. Yes. But you know who else would be on my good list? Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl was also on my good list. Just a lot of Nirvana facts. It's great. It's good stuff.
I didn't know which way you were going to go with this. I'm happy this is where we ended up.
Absolutely. Always positive. I noticed you guys mentioned you're good friends with ABC Supply.
That is correct.
Is there any particular reason why ABC Supply customers should be working with Roofer?
Well, a bunch of different reasons. Number one, you always want to make sure your pricing is up to date. You don't want to send out proposals that are out of date and everything else. And that's going to be done through our ABC integration. So we'll be able to have that all set up. It will let you know beforehand, too, when you send out the proposal, if it's out of date or not. And also, ABC customers may qualify for a discount on the already amazing pricing that we have. So come our way, talk to Chris's and Scotticus's team over there. Talk to your partner.
Scott to miss.
My apologies.
Yes.
But yes, you can contact them or contact your account manager at Roofer, whether it's an account executive. Click on the links, all that stuff. We'd be happy to talk to you to see if that works in there. It's a very nice book. There's a nice cover on there.
Oh, this old thing?
It's very nice.
Oh, I just pulled it out of the closet. We have closets up here as well. Yes, surprisingly.
I was unaware.
Contrary to what most people think, the North Pole has no closets.
Pete has mentioned to me many a times that he can't believe the North Pole has no closets, and he just expects you guys to have mounds and mounds of clothes all over the floor.
Yes, non-conforming bedrooms everywhere.
It's quite the terror. Yeah, people used to think that I developed them. Actually, I had my elves make them all. But we digress. So let me ask you this: is there? I know that the EBC throws a lot of events going on in the new year. You guys will be at most of those. If I have people I could send to check out Roofer?
We'll be at a lot of events next year. We'll be at some ABC events. We may or may not be at some Atlas and certain TEAD events.
Correct.
Yeah. There'll be the big ones, the IREs. Pete will be at with us as well.
Yep.
The main thing is you want to come out to these events, especially the big ones, to see our man Pete. That's it. You want to be able to see him in the flesh, not just online. So open that up.
He's the prized Pete. That's for sure.
I promise not to wear this Christmas sweater.
I kind of wish he did though.
It would definitely stand out. That's for sure.
And
I know a thing or two about having a look.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us today, and thank you, Santa, for blessing us with your presence. I know you're very busy right now. If anybody hasn't checked it out, Santa has a great case study on our website of how he was able to utilize Roofer And I'm sure if you have questions for Santa, he'll be at your local mall between now and Christmas, and you can stop in and ask him how he utilized Roofer.
There's a lot of imposters. There's a lot of imposters, but you got to find the real one with the orange mustache. That's the one you got to look for.
That's it. It's just 1,000 years old and it still hasn't, the gray hasn't gone all the way up. You still catch some of the ginger. I like it.
Oh, Nicholas with the jokes. Nicholas, you put one thing on your list: a Stanley Cup for the Leafs.
What the hell?
I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen, buddy. And there's not. I have all the magic in the world, but I can't fix that. I'm so sorry.
Turned into an absolute attack on me. I don't know.
You cannot make that one happen, huh?
No, I don't have the time.
Oh my god.
Just once in my life, Santa.
Thank you. Thank you, boys. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me. I really appreciate it. This was a nice change of pace. We're in crunch time at the moment. I was looking for a gift to put in everybody's stocking. This is it. I would have to say, Roofer seems like the piece to go in every roofing contractor stocking this year. And thank you for helping measure all my roofs for my fat man sleigh. I really appreciate it. It's gotten quite large and quite heavy. And I have only one person to blame for that. It's myself, because the cookies are so delicious, but I'm just so addicted. But I really appreciate you both having me on today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, Santa. 2025 is a new year, Santa. Maybe you slim down a little.
Well, it's already feeling pretty good in the jacket. I'm okay with it, to be honest with you.
All right, there you go.
Sweating through.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us, and thank you, Santa, again for being on. And thank you to our team for an incredible 2024, and for all of these features that Nick and I have had the pleasure of showing throughout the year. We get to be the lucky guys that get to come on here and talk about all this cool stuff, but we have a huge team behind the scenes that knocks all this stuff out on a day-to-day basis and does tons of research and takes tons of time and effort to build some incredible features. So, thank you to the team, and thank you to everybody behind the scenes, that doesn't get the honor to come on here and talk to Santa. So thank you guys for that. And we look forward to seeing you guys in 2025 with a whole bunch of new stuff. I think we're going to start with a Ask Us Anything, right, Nick?
Yeah, we got that. And we have some, we'll do a deeper dive on the calendar, bunch of fun stuff coming up, and can't wait for 2025 and everything that's coming out.
Maybe Santa can come back in his vacation gear and visit us while he's on vacation after Christmas.
I got it, Peter. I've got a lot of appearances to do already. Give me a break, okay? I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
See if you can slide us in there, Santa.
I'll see if I can slide in with my sleigh.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
There you go. I like that.
HR violation.
Where's the flag? Where's the flag, Nick?
Flag on the side.
All right. Thank you, everybody. And we will see you next time on the Roofer Masterclass. Merry Christmas, everybody. See you in 2025. Thank you, Santa. Merry Christmas, Santa.
Thanks, Santa.
Merry Christmas, gentlemen.